next up, this will be interesting. Myriam Cabirou out of sorts in qualifying yesterday, but one of the most successful elite women's downhill riders still racing.
Yeah, she's had a few wins already this season, and she looks really strong on the bike.
Yeah, 10 career wins. You can see Joe Breed and Ollie Morris down there with Lou Ferguson. It's looking good so far here for Cabirou. What's the next split going to tell us? 63.9 kilometers an hour through the speed trap. French rider getting to work here in the USA. Here is that really, really tricky wood section over the right-hand side of the piste. These turns absolutely blowing apart, Nico.
Yeah, it's just so dry and dusty. It's just complete powder out here in this wood section.
Still looking for pedal strokes, Cabirou.
Yeah, and this shark fin is crucial for the girls as well, to get a good, clean landing on that to carry them all the way to the finish.
Myriam Cabirou crosses the line and goes fastest by 2.3 seconds ahead of Lou Ferguson. Cabirou into the hot seat.
She needs a big performance today to keep the pressure on Valley for the overall.
Another big performance, you'd have to say as well. Hemstreet has dealt so well in them this season. Trio of wins to her name so far.
And I'd say those wins came in different conditions as well. Ludenvale really dusty, Leogang hard packed, and then in the mud in Leger.
This section really, really awkward through this left, right. A lot steeper there than it looks on camera, but
good job saving that one. It looked like the front end was about to check out.
Yeah, well, we've seen that in the junior race. We've seen a few front ends disappear off the side of the track there, but it's 1.9 back now, so Hemstreet has lost time there.
She's going to have to time the bumps coming out of this waterfall really well if she wants to make back the time on Marine.
Yeah. And you can bet one thing is that Gracey Hemstreet will refuse to give up on this one.
Looked like she kind of got skipped off the last one more than she would have liked. It's going to be tougher to bring back this 1.9 deficit.
2 kilograms, huge amount of weight to add to a bike, but it's working. Hemstreet, 2.2 back at the 4th split. Her home round coming up next time out, Monsignor next weekend. She may have to wait there to add to that wins tally. Hemstreet crossed the line, goes third, 2.8 seconds back. Cabirou leads the way ahead of Ferguson. Some medical issues after Lenzerheide. This team still not sure if she would take the start line.
She looked really strong through that first corner.
Yeah, Seagrave, we know that is one of those riders. If she hits her marks early on her run, just bells and bells.
It's like she's done that so far today.
Yeah, Orbea FMD. Another good day in qualifying yesterday for them. We mentioned Canyon Collective going well this season. Orbea FMD having a time of it.
And Tahnee, a rider too that can often rise to the occasion. When it's finals run, she can put it all together no matter how the weekend's gone until then.
4/10 and split 2 for Seagrave. Currently, she is riding her way towards the lead of this race, but there's a lot of Lake Placid left in front of her yet. That rut is crumbling in front of our very eyes in that left-hander.
It is, and that right is crucial as well to carry you all the way down this fast straightaway.
There are shades of the Fort William of old about this place, and it beats you up on top and then forces you to be so focused and so strong lower down.
Yeah, the strategy of the run for sure, it definitely reminds me of that, where it is more technical in the first 2 splits and then it's flatter and it carries speed after that.
Tahnee Seagrave, loads of support here. Now she gets pretty much everywhere in the world, but legion of US fans flocking here to see her race.
I think on this track as well, Tahnee running that speed suit, that'll pay an advantage here.
Half a second back though. She's moved backwards now. Seagrave needs to get a move on here if she wants to get into the hot seat. Yet 0.7 seconds back, just clipped the top of that slightly. Seagrave jumps on the pedals. We saw her pedal her way out of trouble in Lenzerheide the last time out. To take the win there, could she get one today? Seagrave, nearly just pulls too far to one side. Tahnee Seagrave stays welded behind those bars, cross the line. Second place, 5/10 behind Myriam Cabirou. We saw a big emotional send-off at her home run in Lenzerheide last time, and now she's just got 2 more weekends to enjoy it, Nico.
Yeah, sometimes that can be a little more weight on your shoulders as well. Those last two races, the World Championships and Lenzerheide being in her home country. Now that weight's off, she's further from home, and hopefully she can just ride free and enjoy these last two races.
She's faster here, 0.6 of a second faster than Cabirou. Balanche has a decent margin to work with.
She's a rider too that can use her experience to her advantage, and she doesn't have a weakness. I would say a lot of riders would be strong on the top, strong on the bottom. Cammie's pretty good everywhere, so I think she'll be consistent through this whole track.
Yeah, she mentioned earlier on after the last practice session this morning that she was struggling slightly on the big jumps here, lower down the course. Just the wind was just moving her around slightly, but looks really good for that rock section now, Balanche.
Yeah, she opted for the outside, carried really good momentum out there. And yeah, I'm sure that wind is going to be hit or miss. Hopefully it's consistent through the race today, but it could affect any of these girls.
Yeti's home round, of course, as well in the US.
We've already had a strong field of juniors come down this morning.
Yeah, they didn't do too bad, did they? 700 of a second back now into the red for Balanche. She has won before, of course, in the US snowshoe 2022. She's half a second faster now, so it's going back and forth here for Balanche. It has looked classic Camille Balanche the whole way down, hasn't it? She's having a good go here, Nico.
Yeah, it's exactly what we expect from her. Nothing too flashy, and always on the mark when it comes to time.
Inside that tree there, that looked like a big move. Pays off for her though. Great shots from the live drone as ever.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see this next split, because she did have to check up to get into it, but it gave her a better exit out of the woods.
Set herself up really nice and wide for that right-hander. She's faster still by 0.3 of a second now. So she's lost a couple of tenths, but that looked like it worked for her in the woods.
Yeah, and as straightforward as we've said it is from there to the finish, she needs to really ace this last section and carry good speed over these jumps to make it to the line. It's only 0.3 she has to play with.
There's absolutely nothing in it here for Camille Balanche. Is she about to go into the hot seat at her penultimate UCI Downhill World Cup? The Swiss rider takes flight and crosses the line. Camille Balanche goes into the hot seat by 0.3 of a second. That's the best we've seen of Balanche this year so far.
Yeah, you know, you never know what to expect from her. It could be a win at any race. She's definitely a danger woman anytime she takes a start.
A lot of chatter as well, though. Apparently she had a massive crash earlier on in the final practice session. Apparently was holding her hip after that, but I mean, we've seen her have 1 foot off the bike. It's not going to be Nina Hoffmann's day today.
I don't know if that had to do with the injury you just talked about, or she was just off
as well. She was faster. Let's talk us through it.
Looked like she just hit this road crossing. It's a compression there, and awkwardly just was off balance and threw her off the left side of her bike. She did a good job of riding it out and not crashing.
She gets points for the dismount, I'll give her that, but yeah, not going to be Hoffmann's day today. Her best result this season so far, Nico, still, I say in air quotes, just a 10th.
Yeah, the World Cup season really hasn't come together the way she wanted to. She did great at the World Championships, and then unfortunately crashed on the quali day at the last round in Lenzerheide. It seemed like she had that momentum going back her way, and I'm sure she's going to take that all out on the race today.
Yeah, but it's talked really openly about she loves feeling that it's all still in there. The speed is still there. She just needs to get a clean run on it to hook it up.
Well, it really is, and that's probably what's giving her that motivation. She can see the way she's riding the bike. She can see the split times. She needs to put it together in a race run.
She's a second faster at the first split than that time of Camille Balanche. Pom-Pom having a go with this one.
It carries a good exit out of the rocks.
Yeah. Interviewed her earlier this year in the Commensal HQ and Andorra, and 2.4 seconds faster at the second split for Myriam Nicole now.
That's a huge margin.
Well, we said that we saw the performance of the year from Camille Balanche earlier today. Are we going to see the performance of the year from Myriam Nicole? Told us in Commensal that she's really at one with that brand and that bike, and has been on basically every version of it. This is great to see Myriam Nicole riding back to her best here in the USA. And she'll hear the finish line. Myriam Nicole, is she about to go into the hot seat with only 2 riders left at the top of the hill? Here comes Myriam Nicole. She goes fastest by 9/10 of a second ahead of Camille Balanche. Myriam Nicole back to her best in the USA. Look at what it means to her, Nico. That's a huge run. It's not been straightforward for this young woman this season.
No, she's had a few races where she's been out with injury, but the past 2 rounds, she really came on strong when she needed to.
1 to go after Sasha Earnest, and it is Valentina Höll. But for now, let's watch the Trek Factory Racing star in action. What can she make of this torturous top section? Yeah, spins out her gears on the way down here. 61.6 kilometers an hour now for Sasha Earnest from New Zealand.
It's an interesting one, too, with the first time we're racing this track. A lot of the girls can turn it up on race day.
Yeah, she finds them towards the bottom, though. Nicole, Fox, clever, further down the order. Ernest, though, you just get the feeling, just needs a nice, clean season, injury-free, doesn't she? Oh, skims that pad on the way through. 1.4 seconds now.
Wow, she's really brought it back.
She's found a load of time in there, Sasha Earnest. This could be absolutely stellar if she can find a bit more.
Really strong over that on-off as well.
Sasha Earnest within sight of the finish line. Ryan watching on from Track Factory Racing. Roaring her on. Can Sasha Earnest take the hot seat away from Myriam Nicole? Goes second fastest by 300ths off a second. Where did she find that, Nico?
She was so strong on the bottom there.
You'd have to wonder what is going to be the bigger prize for Valentina Höll here. She just wants to get back to winning UCI Downhill World Cups. UCI Downhill World Championship stripes retained earlier this year. But it's been a long, long wait for Valentina Höll's fans to be able to celebrate a UCI Downhill World Cup win. But let's see what the first split tells us. Look really, really strong out of the gate there, Nico.
Yeah, really solid through that section, mistake-free and on point.
Valentina Höll on track, looking good. 474 days since her last UCI World Cup win. She's had all the travails. She's 3/10 of a second faster at the first split. Oh, got forced onto the stem there. Members of the Axis Intense Factory Racing squad watching on at the bottom. Myriam Nicole leads the way from Sasha Earnest and from Camille Balanche.
Well, Myriam had a big gap when she left the wood section here, so if Valley can be on point with that, I think she'll be able to keep it in check to the finish.
1.3 seconds at the second split for Valentina Höll. Wants to get back to winning ways, though. 178 beats per minute on the Whoop Live for Valentina Höll.
Did a great job of managing that technical, awkward, slow section there.
What's the next split going to tell us? 1.7 seconds faster, Nico. She's going faster.
Yeah, the run seems to be building for her. She goes inside here across the grass, foot out. Wow.
Valentina Höll, this is the sort of form that saw her take her 4th set of UCI Downhill World Champ stripes.
She's well on her way to doing it now. You can see that light of her electronic suspension locked out here for this last section.
Yeah, huge advantage down low. 1.9 seconds at the 4th sector. So Valentina Höll looking hungry. Looking like she wants this one. We all know that she does. Is it wait for Valentina Höll's UCI Downhill World Cup drought about to end? Is this going to lock up the overall title? It is. 2.8 seconds in the end ahead of Myriam Nicole. Valentina Höll take a bow. Finally back to winning ways. Takes the UCI Downhill World Championships title alongside the UCI Downhill World Cup overall in 2025. And that was her right back to her best, Nico.
Yeah, you can tell it's been a long time coming for her. She had a lot on the line today, but you could tell as soon as she left the start gate, the way she was riding, she wanted to win the race.
Well, they just were screaming it. I wasn't sure if they were right, but yeah, wrapping up the overall is pretty insane. I mean, Mountain End is going to be a real holiday, so I'm happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Valley. What a phenomenal weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. You guys rock.
Bull 2.8 seconds faster at the end of the day from Myriam Nicole. Sasha Earnest just by a whisker behind Nicole in third. Then Balanche, Cabirou, Seagrave, Gale, Scarzy, Ferguson in 9th, Hemstreet down in 10th. That will have overall repercussions. Here she is though, Valentina Höll, your winner today. Another overall title, and more importantly, almost you get the sense from her, she's reset the timer since her last win to 0. Well, there's evidence then. Höll ahead of Hemstreet and Seagrave now by an unassailable margin, but the gap between them for second place really tight with just one race to go.